What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 2 of Books with Bros. I'm Khalil. This is my brother Hunter. Let's get into it. Now, as you know, we review books, and for our second episode, we will be reviewing Blood Over Brighthaven
Mm,
by M.L. Wang or Wang. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And yes, the same author who wrote Sword Over Kagan.
mm-hmm,
You see this beautiful cover. Like, look at these
mm.
pages.
Clean
Like,
red pages, I love it.
just beautiful, beautiful book.
Yeah.
Now, Blood Over Brighthaven is a standalone dark academia book. Um, it tells the story of our main character, Skyona. I really don't know how to pronounce it, but she's the main character. She is an orphan. Now, she wants to be the first woman admitted to high magistry. So there's magic in this world, and she's trying to be the first woman ever admitted to the high magistry. And her journey to that point, unfolds in a city where magic shapes society. Now, her battles with prejudice, her identity, and dark secrets cost her everything.
Big time.
And that's the book. And it is a really, really good book. Now, Hunter, before reading this book, what were your expectations?
Um, Actually, I didn't really hear any much about this book other than M.L. Wong was releasing another book. So off of that and off of me reading one of her other previous books that we will end up reviewing, The Sword of Kagan, my expectations were through the roof because
Ruth or Ruth?
that book was like one of my favorite books ever. So when I found out she was releasing another book and it was like magical and like background, I love Harry Potter to death. So I'm like, okay, this is perfect for me. So
Perfect.
my expectations were through the roof.
Hi. Okay.
High.
I'm right there with you. I had no, I don't, I, before reading the book, zero idea of what it was about.
Yep, same.
Yeah, I had no idea. Didn't know what to expect. Magic, cool. MLA. That's my
Yep,
girl. I'm all for it.
yep,
So no expect like other than the super high expectations that like just knowing or hoping that this got to be a good book. Like there's
right.
no way it's not a good book is what my expectations were. So very
Yeah,
high. Um, and did it meet my expectations? Yes, it did.
yes, it did.
Um, yes, it did. As far as my expectations being high and being a good book, without a doubt. If anything, it was like this is even like because it's like when you drop Sword of Kagan, like it's hard to match that, right?
Yeah, it
Hard
really
to
is.
continue dropping like something that high tier. And I don't even know if I want to compare it yet. Maybe I'll get into it at some point, but this was really good. And I'm like, damn, she got another one, another
Anything she,
like
anything that she writes from now on, I'm reading.
yeah, it's like she's one of them. It's like there ain't
Yeah,
no way it's gonna be bad. Like she is
yeah,
she deserves that benefit of the doubt now.
big
Like
time.
so it met my expectations, if not exceeded it. Like really, really good book. What about you?
Yep, I agree. This is one of the better books, if not the best book I've read all year so far. This book was very good. I'm gonna wait to the ratings to the end, but everything about it, writing style, characters. To be honest, there's really not much flaws in this book, and and it hits a lot of my personal interests, like I said. So like this book was almost made for me. So
Magic
um,
characters, it's like
that's
nice.
my type of shit.
Good
Exactly right.
writing or
That's
good story.
exactly. Um, some highlights. Yeah,
Try to do a non-spoiler.
right. That's what I'm literally
Standout
trying
moment.
to do. Right. So a standout moment, non-spoiler, was when shit hit the fan, and like that's all
I know
I
what you
like.
mean.
That's all I can say. And if you've read this book, you'll know what I mean. And if not,
When a typewriter got thrown.
when a typewriter got thrown, because it's about midway through the book. In the first half, you're like, okay, this is good. Like
Yep.
it's the world building's perfect. You're like invested in the two main characters, Tommy and Skiona, but you still don't really understand. Like, okay, like what's going on here? Like,
Right.
it's cool. Like,
Outside of it's a good book, but like where are we going? What
yeah, outside of what you just said in the synopsis is Skyona is trying to be the first woman high mage, and
exactly.
you think that's it, and then a twist gets thrown and smacked in your face where you're like, oh my! So that moment right there, chef's kiss moment right there, man. Real shit, chef's kiss. What about you?
Yep. That was definitely a surprise for me. without a doubt, like when shit hit the fan that time, I'm like, hold on, to the point of like, let me reread
I
that.
think I
Let me
reread that
let me
paragraph
make
like,
sure I'm reading this right. Because if that's what that is, that's crazy.
yep,
So that's where I was. That was definitely like the biggest surprise out of the book. Other like, I guess, standout moments. Definitely the ending would be like that right Pete or climax when everything was happening at the end was one of those
yeah,
standout moments for me. And
yeah.
also the very, very beginning, like the
First
prelude or
chapter,
whatever. Yeah, like the first chapter, just like because again, going into this, zero idea what to expect. Didn't know. And even reading the first couple pages, like, okay, cool. Family, cool. Trying
right.
to get somewhere, cool. And then shit started. So this really wouldn't even be a spoiler or whatever. But they're in the main city. I can't remember the name of the city.
Tyran,
Iran, boom. That's where everything takes place, basically, in Tehran. Tehran is surrounded by a shield, and
yep,
the shield protects Tehran of blight surrounding everything else, basically. And blight is I mean, it just destroys. I mean, destroys,
right,
it kills, it destroys all living things. If
right.
blight, you were to touch blight or blight were to get you, it
You're
destroys.
done.
You're just done. You're done.
Yeah,
No chance. Um, so outside of the city is other people live for sure. And the very beginning of that chapter, and they're a family's trying to get to Tehran.
right. To get away from the blight.
They get away, yeah, because the blight's destroying it. It's impossible to live around. It's killing
Right,
wildlife. You can't live.
right,
So they're
right.
trying to get to safety. And that was just like, all right, boom, right there. It's like, so this is what we're getting into again, ML. Like, I
She's
got you
brutal.
because yeah, she's brutal. She's a
She's
brutal
brutal.
writer. She wants to crush you.
Yep.
And I feel like she just tries to do a right off rip with this one.
Yeah.
Um, and so that kind of set the tone for me with
Yep.
this. And I was just ready. I'm like, all right, here we go, man. If I gotta shed another thug tear, I will. But she's just one of those authors, and that was like the big like highlight standout moments for me. Um, the writing style, I just really love her writing style. I really love how, with especially because it's a standalone book, um, you don't get that luxury of that next book to like
Right.
you lay it all out there right here, or you don't
Yep.
have a good book.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah, so like she does in such a short time, she makes you fall in love with these characters and
Yep.
this cool world and just
Yep.
wanting more and more and more. She's so good at that, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
She knows how to pull on those strings. I don't think I definitely didn't like cry with this
Yeah,
one
I
like I
did.
did with her other book.
Yeah.
But I could see like anybody else reading this book and crying, like just
Yep.
being like, because
It's
it's
brutal.
it's brutal, it's beautiful, but
It's yeah.
it's man.
So my favorite thing about this book, I think, or just a big highlight, was the actual magic system itself, because it's not like Harry
Not
Potter,
Harry Potter, it's no
abracadabra.
wands. Yeah.
It's not that. It's like it's almost like. No, I'm not gonna say that like real
Yeah,
magic,
if
but I'm saying
magic were to be real, this would probably be how it would.
exactly like with like a typewriter and like you doing super scientific pinpoint, like a whole bunch of stuff like that. So it was definitely unique. I've never, in any show or anything, when we see magic, we think of like either Harry Potter magic or pull a fucking bunny out of a hat
Yeah,
magic.
yeah,
We don't
disappear trick, shit like
disappear.
that.
Yeah,
And it
we
ain't
don't.
magic like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I mean, really, the best way to compare, because I guess to build this up for you viewers who haven't read it, they're using magic to drive cars. They're using like it's a magic
Move
system for
trains, the whole city.
transportation. It's like for the lights and stuff like
Yep.
that. That's it's a magic system too. So like if we were to go back 100 years, like from 20, like what would be 100 years?
1900.
1925.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
1925, and I brought this bad boy cell phone.
It'd be
They
like
would
that.
I'm using magic right now. I mean, like,
Facts.
or whenever the Salem trials were, like, I would get hung
Yep.
for being a witch type
Yeah.
of
They
thing.
like, what the
So
fuck do you got on you,
yeah,
dude?
so like that's our game system, our headphones, anything like that. Like
Anything.
so, um, that's what they're using magic for. So they're very sciencey stuff. Is basically the magic system.
Yeah, but it's not too sciencey to where you don't understand. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
like a
it's not. This
sci-fi
is
at
not a
all.
sci-fi book by any means.
No.
But like as
Yeah.
far as like the magistry and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you got to be very smart to be a wizard or a mage is what they're called.
Yeah. Right. Um, and
Okay.
they're also prejudiced as hell.
Oh, big time.
uh,
If you're not in that peak, I get not peak, but like if you're not a mage, they're like looking down on you for sure. If you're not a high mage, they're looking down. Like there's
and yeah, and just the fact that she become the whole story is she's becoming the first woman mage. But even that is
like
they
yeah,
only
right.
let
They crush her. That's
they
like don't
right.
matter if you made it here, you're still a woman.
Exactly. And even so, is like they only allow one woman to apply to become a mage every 10 years.
Yep.
Like
It's
only one.
very,
So
very
like,
sexist.
and it's very sexist. That's why I meant not prejudiced. So, and it's a lot racist in
There it
this.
is. It's
It's a lot
racist.
of race. There's a lot of real
I was about to say
society
you can relate a
problems.
lot of stuff
Yeah.
in this book to real life. Easy.
Now it's maybe a little more extreme in the book,
For
but
sure.
like, but like,
Dramatic, but like not really though.
but like not really, bro. Like that's the thing, not really. It's almost kind of dead on. So
Yeah.
Emma Wang's the truth, man. She's
She
just an
is.
amazing writer. Well, I definitely second the fact that in such a short book and a standalone book, she makes you fall in love with characters so good. And like I don't even realize that I'm falling in love with the characters at the time. Like midway through the book, I would just still tell you, like, I like Tommy, I like Skion, I like them. But then,
Yeah.
like, at the end, you're like, bruh, them are my guys. And like,
And then it's over.
and then it's
And
over
then
and
it's
it's done.
over. It's so
So,
sad, man. So
yeah,
she does there's no other words I guess. She's excellent at this standalone shit, man. She is
yeah.
excellent to where like hopefully someday there's a movie or a little short series
That,
of her books.
yeah, when I read this, I literally told you this could be a perfect movie.
Like it like because I always say with like book series, I don't want them to be movies
Shit.
because you can only do so much in a movie. It
Yep.
gets left out. But in
I
a
think you could do this in a movie, a
you
good
could
two and
do
a half
this in
hour
a movie
movie.
or a short series or something like,
Yeah.
or not a short series, but a
Miniseries.
mini series. Yep, just
Yep.
like one season, boom, eight
Yep.
episodes, knock it
Yep.
out. Like, oh, I would love that. I would love just
Me.
to see my people again, even knowing how everything ends or begins, all of it. Just like I want to see it again. So that's my beef with standalones,
Yep.
almost to the point. And I was thinking this the other day. I was finishing up my other book. I don't like standalones. They're just always so good, and then it's just
You
over.
want more?
It's
You want more?
over. And it's just like, bro.
I kind of know what you mean. I do like them because at sometimes it's almost like comparing a standalone as like a movie and a book series, like a TV series.
Yep.
Like obviously when you're watching a TV series, you're so much more invested in the characters because
You're
you
right.
know so much more in the stories. But like I still love a good movie and I
You do,
still
yeah,
love
but like even certain movies have sequels.
that's
And
true. That
I mean,
that
there's
is
definitely other movies like I mean Interstellar or
yeah.
Oppenheimer. And but there's definitely movies obviously that are just like one movie. You're not going to get a second movie. So, like I get it, but and even
I
then,
know
I
what you
guess with
mean.
them movies, I love the movie, but like I wish there was another one. I could
Yeah.
obviously rewatch it and I can
Yeah.
reread it.
But it don't hit the same. Yeah, it's
It
you
don't.
want
So it's
more
like
and
you hear
yeah.
all the time. If I could read one thing or why like erase my memory of something to rewatch
Mhm.
it or something, I would do that. Like I would love to
Yeah.
like be able to read this again for the first time. That would be awesome.
Yeah. You blitzed this book. You read this book in like 2 days or three
I
days
should
or
have
something like
mentioned that.
that.
It was less. I read this in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, or
Like
yeah, you literally
I could
grinded.
not stop. I
Yeah.
started like a Thursday night and I finished it by Friday. Like
Yeah. You was
I blitzed.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't stop. I
Yeah.
could not stop, especially like because it already started crazy, and then as the build happens, I was reading it, and that was pretty much like my first night reading it, just get into the build, and then the second night I hit that wreck shit that happened, and then I'm
Couldn't
just
stop.
like I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop. It was so good.
Did you like any other side characters? Because there was quite a bit of side characters that were
Yeah,
you either hated or you kind
I
of liked.
liked her. I mean, her mentor was cool. But I guess if I had to pick, I like the Thamil or
I mean,
Thomas, whatever you want to call
yeah.
him. I liked his niece.
She
Uh
was cool. She was like, yeah, yeah.
niece was cool. I really liked the niece. I mean, I even liked Skiona's like cousin and her
Auntie and
aunt.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean all the side character. I mean, there was definitely side characters I didn't like dickheads.
That one, I can't think of his
Yeah, I
name.
can't think
Green
of his name.
Grant
Evil. He
Horn, I
was
think.
evil. This
Evil
is an
bitch.
evil guy.
Yeah.
Um, this ain't shit. and probably a lot of like anybody and like not anybody, but people in power now kind of
Yeah,
same type person. And it's just like, I don't
definitely.
like people like you.
Right, definitely. Abuse their power.
Yep. So there's characters you'll like in this, and there's characters you'll hate in this for sure. And then there's characters you just like, just I don't know. It's good. There's a handful of characters. They're not again. It's a standalone book, so you don't get dive too deep into all the side characters. But there's other people outside of the two main that you like.
And having that rent horn person that you kind of hate, that's important for a book. That's important
Big
to
time. You
not
need to
like
have an
somebody.
antagonist.
Yeah,
Or
exactly. That's
yeah,
important to like. You just don't want every characters. You want someone you just say, get the
yeah,
fuck off. Like,
yeah. You need a bad
so
guy.
you need a bad guy. It
You need
makes
a
it
bad.
more appealing. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Any other highlights, favorite moments before we jump into these cool questions we got?
Uh, I don't think so. I think we're doing really good at non-spoiling.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
We're not spoiling. We're trying to keep it non-spoiler to where
Yep.
like when hopefully we'll post it, you'll see in the tag. It's a non-spoiler review. We're
Yep.
not we're not gonna ruin anything for you.
Yep.
Maybe we'll do other ones where we're like really diving deep into it
Yeah.
and we can talk about it and hopefully those who end up reading it can join in on it.
Yep.
Sure.
Definitely.
All right, let's see. Y'all know these questions now. If you could have a conversation with the author, what would you ask? Limit it to one
ML
because
Wang.
we want to ask her a lot of things, I'm sure, but
Yeah, ML Wang. It would probably be something of the one. It'd probably be, how are you so good at writing books? Because like that's the one. Like just simple. And how are you so good at making me attached to these characters like that? Because I read two books of hers and both. I'm so attached to these characters, bro, to where
I'll
I
still
end
think
up
about
I still boom, that's perfect. I still think about these characters to where they're not just regular books to where there's a lot of good books you read and you're like, okay, good book, and you put
it.
it
Cool.
up and you read the next book and then a year later you're like, ah, well, like
What was
I
that
remember what it
person?
was
Yeah.
about, but I don't remember
But
the
who
character's
are
name
yeah,
or anything. And
you
both of these
stick with
books,
you.
I'm not going to forget the name Skyona or Tamil for a long time because
They
the book
stick
hit
with
me
you.
and yeah, so that's it, man. I don't know
How are
all
you
the
so good at writing? I
time.
wonder how she would respond to that.
Yeah, it's good. She might be she's
She's
one of
up
my
there.
favorite authors.
She's
She's
up there.
one of my favorite
I mean,
authors.
I need more work from her, or at least
Definitely.
to read more for sure. But like her two are like,
Her
how?
two her two are super good. So I
How did you?
definitely what about your question?
That's a good. Let me see. If I could ask her one thing, how does I guess I would ask her like, does she ever think about doing sequels or like because as much as we're attached to these characters, she's got to be super attached to these characters because she's writing them. She's these are like she's probably taking pieces of her and putting them into these characters to
Yeah,
where or people of her fan, putting them into these characters. So like once she's finished with the book, how do you ever want to dive back into that world again, or
right.
just leave it off and onto your next? That would be my question because I just came up with that off the head, by the way, guys.
Right,
I
yeah.
really kind of want to know that like right now. I wish I could like
Yeah.
ask that.
She's also she's great at wrapping everything up.
Oh, she's a finisher, man.
She's a
It's
finisher.
not like she's leaving me like, yes, I want more, but it's only because I want more because I love the book, I love the world.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I want more, not because it
yeah.
didn't end well and it's like she
Right.
ended the stories.
'Cause that's another thing is she's so good at building them world like that, them cities and like that map, like that's so good, man. Like I wanted to be there. That'd have been
Yeah.
turned to be there.
Even
So
like the part it was like one chapter or whatever to where like Skiona was like figuring everything out and she traveled to the water in that, that not a vision, but the
oh yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
traveled
yeah.
to the water and she saw that girl on the beach. And it's just like, man, just even that little speck, I was just like, bro, this world is crazy.
That world is crazy, bro.
This world is crazy, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
very, very great.
yeah. All right. Let me see. I think no, we talked about our standout moments, so never mind. Let me see. Let's go
Yeah.
into the next question. If you could steal one thing from this book or this book's world, what would it be, if anything?
I think this is probably a layup. Just the magic system. Like I said, I love that, and I think it's realistic. I think that, and this may sound crazy. I think that like you just said a great example in the fact that we went back 100 years ago with our phones. That's magic. That, and I think that in like 100 years from now, That would that be impossible to you? Because it wouldn't be to me. Of just a system that operates of science that like it's magic, but it's almost like explained magic. So I
Right.
could
It's
see
not
that.
something that doesn't like when you see magic, you don't understand it. But this is
Right.
magic and they show you how they got to it so you can understand it. So
Yeah, exactly
that's I
right.
guess a way like it is magic, but it's not really magic. Like it's not magic that these trains move in this book
It,
to me
and
because
it's not how it's not how I'm gonna reference Harry Potter a lot because that's like the ultimate magic system. But
yeah.
like to do magic in Harry Potter, you got to be a wizard. You
It's
if you're
yeah,
a Muggle,
I'm a
you
muggle.
can't do magic.
We're
In
muggles.
this system, anybody can do what she's doing. Like I'm not like they can't do it as well because she's so good at what she does. But I'm saying like she was teaching Tamil and
Yep.
who didn't know jack shit about shit.
Yep.
And so we could get in here and like we could learn how to do magic and like that's cool. That's just super cool to me. So
Yep, that is cool. I wish there was something in this book that I could. I mean, the magic system is cool, but like you said, it's almost explained magic to where like it kind of already is for me, to a certain extent, I guess. Like there's things that scientists do with rocket ships and shit like that, or
you're
even
right.
cars that self-drive. It's like I don't really understand that, or even AI
Right.
at this point. It's like that's basically magic to me because I don't really
Okay.
understand it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I mean, maybe because like as they're doing magic, some kind of window appears. So
Yeah.
like whatever that is, I guess maybe it's their type. I mean, I'm calling it a typewriter because that's
That's
basically
what it is. Yeah.
um but it allows them to open that window. And that would be cool to have to
Yeah.
open that window and see another area or another like basically another space or universe, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it, to see use that window to see other things. That would be pretty cool. Other than that, man, there's again a lot of this book is it feels very real life. Like
Yeah.
even though it is a magic fantasy type of book, it feels very real.
Yep.
So where I feel like a lot of it's here. Um,
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, if I could bring my characters to real life, I'll steal
Right.
them. Come on.
Right.
So I don't
Yeah.
really got it's not there's not anything super cool like a weapon or a item in this book outside of that typewriter, I guess that other than that, that'd probably be it for me.
Yeah. I mean, you are right in the simple fact how you just said that window. It's like, look what we're doing right now. We're on a Zoom call and a FaceTime, and it's
I
like
guess you're right.
that's magic.
Yeah.
How is that not
I just
magic?
understand it, so it does it's
We
not. But like
exactly.
you're right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
I definitely get that.
Let's see. Were you satisfied with the ending?
Um, was I satisfied with the ending? Yes, because as I just said, she wraps everything up so perfect with a bow on top. Like
Oh,
she's such a good, and I'm not going to say that it was the ending I wanted.
no.
I'm not going to say that it was, yeah, it definitely wasn't the ending I wanted, but it was so good. And you used the word beautiful because it really was, man. That ending was so just very good. I wish I'd had more adjectives, but that ending was
I know, I feel you.
it,
I wish
that's
I
just
knew
what
how
it
to
was.
describe it, man.
Yeah,
Because
it was very good, man. And it's not a happy ending. Nice. We're good.
yep,
Okay. Um, yeah, it's not a happy ending, but it's not necessarily a sad ending. And there's turnt parts about it, and it hit everything for me, man.
it hit everything.
It hit
I'm
everything.
satisfied with that ending. I'm
Yeah,
sad. I'm sad.
yeah.
Um,
You're sad
I'm
that it
satisfied.
ended.
I'm
Yeah,
satisfied with how well it's written, how it ended. Like you said, like there's no, it doesn't leave anything open. Like it's a good ending. It's not like this was a perfect book up until the ending, and because of what happened, even though I didn't want it to happen that way, I'm mad. Like, huh, no, it was perfect, and it's exact. I mean, it's what I not expected because I didn't know, but like how it ended is what I expect from ML Wang or Wang, as far as
yeah,
like she's not going to give you It's not gonna be perfect. It ain't like
It's not
it's
peaches and
not a
cream.
happy ending.
Mm-mm.
It's like it's life, and it's just like I don't know, man. That ending
You're
was.
bugged.
Am I? We good?
No, you're froze. I can hear you a little bit now, but you're froze. Your face is.
Hmm. Let me know when I'm not froze. Still nothing. You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you now.
Well, we're straight on my end, and since it's recording on my end, I think we'll be good.
But yeah, if I say I'm moving,
Yeah, you're good
oh,
too.
then perfect. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
All right. It was just beautiful. It was
Yep.
written well. It was from start to finish. I'm very satisfied. Just to keep it very satisfied. There's not a thing I didn't like about this book.
Uh, yeah, I'll have to concur.
Like there wasn't a slow part or a boring part or something that dragged or
Nope.
like characters were great. The world was great.
Yep. I agree. 1000%.
Good book. Uh,
Yep.
now let's see. Would you recommend this book to someone who are like who would you recommend this book to?
I'd recommend this book to any Wang reader. Um, and anybody who likes magic. It's really kind of tough for real. Who would like this book?
I would say if you
Um,
don't like magic, you probably won't like this book.
yeah, I would think more people than not would like this book.
I agree. There's
I
not
think
too many people that, especially that people that I know that wouldn't like this book, but I do know some people that it probably just wouldn't be their bag.
I agree.
So
Um, and if you're too emotional, you might not like this book.
some people like are so emotional that they might like it.
That
They like it. They like yes, it
that's
makes them
true.
cry, but it's like you
They like
keep
to
watching
cry.
stuff like that, so
Right.
you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely true.
yeah. Yeah, I think if you're a fan of Magic or ML Wang for sure, if you like Sword of Kagan, you'll probably like this. They're completely different, by the way, but
Completely different.
you will like this. Because it's I mean it's just her writing style. If you like Magic, you'll like this.
If you like to read, you'll like this.
I think so too. Yep. If you are just an avid reader, this will be
You'll,
a good book for you for sure.
yep. I definitely agree with that.
Um, Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's something I could compare it to, but there's not a whole lot. I mean, I'm newish as far as reading goes. I mean, I've read a
Yeah.
amount of books, but not enough to compare it to like it's easy to compare it to Harry Potter because of the magic
Just
system.
the magic system, but that's it. It's literally not Harry Potter at all.
It's not, yeah, it's not close to it. So
Not even
I don't
close.
even have like another book to recommend or to compare it to as
Me
of right
neither.
now. But I think that if you like reading books, this would be something that you add to your TBR without a doubt.
And move it up on your TBR.
Big, like get to it. Especially
Yeah,
like if you've already had like Sword of Kagan on your TBR, read that immediately, like next minute, right
immediately.
now, and then
Yeah.
add like it'll make you want to read this one as soon as possible too.
Yep. And then it'll make you want to read the third one that she's writing right now. So I can't wait for a new ML Wong
Pre-order.
book.
I'm on
Pre-order.
it. Well, whenever it gets available and announced, I'm on it. I if I can find a way to get her to sign it, I will.
Facts. That's a fact.
All right, let me see. Do we want to go into the ratings now?
Yep.
Before we
Um,
do that, I'll let you know that on Goodreads, this book
yep.
is a 4.4.
Okay, solid.
Good out of five, just for so
Yeah.
4.4 out of five, an almost perfect book. I will give this a good. I was about 4.9. I don't know. This is a perfect book to me. I'm giving it a five. It's a 5 out
Okay.
of 5 book for me.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I can definitely see that. This is a 4.75 for me. So I mean I'm right there with it.
You are.
There were just a few tiny little things that didn't make this a perfect book. Um, but I can definitely see someone reading
Anybody
this and
else
saying
saying
this
that?
is a perfect. So yeah, I agree. This is a phenomenal book.
It sure is. This is Yep. So this is a solid five for me. We got a 4.75 for Hunter. Goodreads with the 4.4, which I should have looked, and I'm sure I can look at like how many out of how many people, but 4.4 out of 5 is really, really good.
Yeah.
anything at that 4 mark for me is like this is going to be a good book.
I
It's
agree.
a good read. So
I agree.
I'm giving it a 5. I think it's a 5 out of 5. Perfect book. I loved every second of it. I told y'all I finished it in less than 24 hours, guys. I've never done that before. I never,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look real quick. I have it right next to me. I do not know how many pages it is. It is 3 like 75 or something like that.
It's not a
It's
short book.
417. Four
For yeah.
seventeen.
Yeah, it's a
I
decent
read it
sized
in
book.
like a day. I
Yeah.
love this book. 5 out of 5. I do not think it is better than Sword of Cake, and I might like it a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. Sword of Cake and Crush Me, and we'll get into that review. I don't want to dive too deep into that, but
They're
yeah,
comparable and they're so different. But I mean,
it's
yeah,
that
for
writing style and
the writing
standing
style and the
alone.
world building and the
Yeah,
characters, it's just everything about Emma Wong. How do you write these
she's
books, Emma
good, man.
Wong?
She
How do you do it?
and she's
So
a ghost. So
and she's yeah. Is it funny that do you when you picture Skyona, did you picture her like Chinese or Asian or
not like I did
uh
Masaki or
yeah.
Masaki and Sword of K. I don't know how to picture these people. I picture her as like a thin girl for sure. And they might have even kind of explained that. I mean, I really picture her as like a white girl.
Really?
Yep.
I pictured her as definitely a thin Chinese young woman, and Tamil was like a white. I picture Tamil white.
I did too.
Yeah,
I pictured
um,
them a little rougher. Uh,
definitely rougher.
yeah,
Definitely the Quinn, the red blood
yeah,
brown hair, and yeah,
yeah,
definitely
rougher.
more like that dirty white tan. You know what I mean?
A
Like it
little
was like
bit,
kind of like a little yeah. I know. Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
Let me see. I guess before we wrap it up, is there any extra final thoughts you want to add?
Uh, read Blood Over Brighthaven. Brighthaven.
I'm right there with you with that one, y'all.
Read.
Everyone read this.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So, this is where we leave you. And if you made it this far, we appreciate you and we hope that you continue watching
Thanks.
us. After hearing us, do you plan on reading Blood Over Brighthaven? Let us know. And if you have already read it, what do you think of our review and how do you feel about it? Let us know in the
Yep.
comments. Um, as always, we take recommendations. So please give us some book recommendations and we will add it to our TBR. Maybe it's already on there and that'll push it up a little higher up so we read it sooner.
Yep.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when we post the next episode.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it. Peace out.
Yeah. Well, 2 episodes out.